Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Michelle Davis is our guest today. She is a outreach marketing specialist with the Texas Veterans Land Board. And she came from Dallas just to give us a lot of information that our veterans need to know in the state of Texas that is available to them in buying land, in buying a home or constructing a home, or in doing home improvement. Very favorable interest rates, very easy in and out, low down payments or no down payments. And so there's a lot of opportunities for veterans, and sometimes they either don't know about what's available through the Texas Veterans Land Bank because, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're the only state that has such a program.
You're right.
Over and above the VA, the Veterans National Program. And so we really, really treat our veterans much better than all the other states. And to qualify, you have to have lived in Texas at least 1 year. You have to have had an honorable discharge from the military, and you have to have served at least 90 days of active duty, which is the equivalent of going to boot camp.
That's right.
So there's an easy qualification also. But we've talked about what were the programs and opportunities under the borrowing for land, borrowing for construction or for buying a house, and also the home improvement. But now talk about the process. Okay, here I am, this veteran in Midland, Texas, and I'm thinking, I just got back and I'd really like to do that, but now where do I start?
You want to either download the application, you want to get it completed as much as possible, as accurate as possible. Don't leave anything blank. NA if it doesn't apply. Mail that application with the contract back to our Austin headquarters because we are the only lender for land. And our Austin headquarters will process that loan from start to finish.
Be in contact with you, come out to see you if they need to.
Absolutely. Come out to any of our benefit fairs with the application. And if they go to our website, Johnny, they will find that we will be having benefit fairs for veterans under one
Which
roof.
is coming up
Which
really
is coming
soon.
up. As a matter of fact, March the 27th will be one of the first in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's March 27th. So if they would call me or call our 800 number, go to our website, they will find a list of all of these wonderful benefit fairs that are about to take place.
All over, in every nook and cranny and corner of Texas. And the neat thing is you can go up and talk to a person and say, I've got this interest, this is my situation, and you'll get all the answers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is what when Big Spring VA has a stand down.
Yes.
And I don't exactly know what a stand down means, but I know veterans come from everywhere for those things. So it's a quick way to get a lot of information in a hurry. And so once they filled out the application, sent it back to you, you've processed it, then they get the money directly, or does it come through a bank? Or
through the Veterans Land Board. The seller will then receive its check at a closing, just like if you were buying a home or anything else. It would transpire in one transaction.
But if they're buying an already built home, or if they're buying a house under construction, then it's a little bit different because they do go through
a lender. We have a list of approved lenders that veterans would choose from that are on our website as well, all over the state of Texas. And they would contact the lender of their choice and let them know that I want to use the Texas Veterans Land Board. And that lender would then ask them or understand that they want to use the Texas Veterans Land Board with what underwriting guideline? Would it be VA, FHA, or conventional underwriting? They just can't make up underwriting guidelines. They have to go by the ones that are already set out there. The VA and the FHA are two government loans, and they're usually for the veteran, of course, and one that is a first-time buyer. So it will work hand in hand with those underwriting guidelines. We wouldn't really dictate what the credit score has to be, what the underwriting as far as how long they would have need to have had this credit and so forth. But
and the interesting thing, you said it's a fixed loan,
That's
fixed
right.
rate loan for up to 30 years.
That's right.
And the neat thing is there's no prepayment penalty.
That's right.
So they can pay it off in a month.
That's
or,
right.
Or 10 years instead of 30.
And they can start all over again. Once they're done with it, they can do another loan, or they can do all three of them at the same time.
And what about the home improvement? The process is the same. They download the application, send it back, and then they still go through a bank.
They go through the Texas Veterans Land Board.
So they don't have to go through a bank for the
That's right.
improvement loan.
We are our own lender for the home improvement and for the land.
For the land. Okay, good. Well, see, I thought I knew a lot about the Texas Land Board, but I didn't know all these answers, so I'm really glad you came. Now, we've just got probably about 3 or 4 minutes, so would you tell us anything or re-emphasize anything that you think people need to know? And particularly, I want you to write down www.texasveterans.com or the phone number that's on the screen, because you can get more information and full information on that too. But what else do we need to know?
Johnny, one of the things that I get also, veterans will assume that they do not qualify or they're not eligible if they did not go into the military from the state of Texas. That's not the case.
Okay.
That may be the case for other veteran programs, but for the Texas Veterans Land Board, the DD-214 can say California. But as long as they've lived here for at least 1 year, that makes them a Texas veteran.
Okay. So they went in Ohio, then later settled in Texas, and they've lived here a year, so now they can come and be a Texas veteran.
That's right.
Great. Well, you know, you didn't mention anything about student loans or something. Is that through the legislature and not through the Texas?
That would be through the VA or the Texas Veterans Commission.
Okay.
They would be the one that would tell
I
them
just
a little
didn't
bit
want
more
us to
about
leave out any of your programs. And the final thing is, I want us to remind them again about March the 27th. We're starting all over Texas a
benefits fair convention almost, because this is something that we do every year. We try to hit the big cities as well as the small towns. We may not duplicate over and over the same ones, but we will hit those that we know that are hungry for this information. March the 27th at 2420 Irving Boulevard. That's right at 183 in Irving. It's one of the suburbs just outside Dallas.
And the other neat thing is that they can go online and get a list of every community and the date, exact date of every one of them.
Yes.
And there will be people there to talk to them and to give them the application so they don't have to go
So many
online.
vendors, Johnny.
And another avenue of access is to go to your county veterans
Service
officer.
office.
And that officer knows how to get in touch with these people and works very, very closely with them. And so that's another way to access this people. But one of the things that I say over and over again is there's a lot more available than people know about and take advantage of. So we don't want our Texas veterans not to know about this. It has been such a pleasure to have Michelle Davis with us today. We appreciate your coming from Dallas to inform our people in the Permian Basin about the Texas Veterans Land Board. We'll see you next Sunday with another program. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB-TV and KWES-TV.